Hello and welcome to Panoramic Edition, where we discuss national, regional and international developments in depth. Since its establishment in 2010 in the Kingdom of Bahrain, the Gulf Aviation Academy is leading the way in the provision of high-quality aviation training within the MENA region, with firm commitment towards supplying world-class training programs tailored to meet the needs of personnel working within all aspects of the industry, from pilots and cabin crew to air traffic controllers and engineers. The Academy is constantly working to expand its operations and deliver a variety of programs to meet the professional development needs of qualified personnel as well as new entrants to the sector. To talk more about that, we are pleased to be joined here in the studio by Chief Operations Officer of Gulf Air and Accountable Manager of Gulf Aviation Academy, Captain Qasim Ismaeel, right after this. Welcome back. We are pleased to be joined here in the studio by Captain Qasim Ismaeel, Chief Operations Officer of Gulf Air and Accountable Manager of Gulf Aviation Academy. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, and pleasure is mine.
Captain, first off, to get a better idea about GAA, as it is called, or Gulf Aviation Academy, how was it established? What was the stages of its development?
Gulf Aviation Academy was first established in 2010 with a clear vision of becoming the leading training organization of choice and excellence to its customers, both in Bahrain and across the globe. As soon as the necessary accreditations and approvals were received from the Ministry of Labor, Gulf Aviation Academy started its plan to implement this vision. The plan focused on three areas: the training program and inclusive training programs, partnerships and accreditations, partnership with local and international entities, and the third area that was focused on is excellence and quality assurance. In terms of training programs, GAA offers inclusive training program that covers pilot training, aircraft engineering, aircraft dispatchers, cabin crew, air traffic control, airport operations, aviation leadership and management, maritime training, and first aid training and medical responses. In terms of partnership, Gulf Aviation Academy partner with local entities such as Bahrain Civil Aviation Authority, Port and Maritime Authority, airlines such as Gulf Air. Also internationally, we partnered with international entities such as International Civil Aviation Organization, International Air Transport Association, European Aviation Safety Agency, manufacturers such as Airbus, Boeing. Yeah. And the excellence and quality journey, we have been awarded many awards such as the best aviation security provider by the International Civil Aviation Authority. We have also awarded outstanding by the Education and Quality Authority in Bahrain, and we have been maintaining outstanding since 2016. And this is in recognition of the high standards that of training that Gulf Aviation Academy provides.
That's amazing. Let's break that down a little bit. I mean, you mentioned now the many courses that are provided by the Gulf Aviation Academy. How did it start off? Did it start with that many courses? Was it gradual?
No, actually, it started with the aviation sector, mainly with pilot training, cabin crew training, and airport operation. Then it expanded in 2016 to maritime training. And we acquired our state-of-the-art air traffic control simulator in 2017. And we got the approval from the American Health Association to conduct the first aid training. So it didn't come like from the first year. No, we were developing and working on continuous improvement in the quantity and quality of our courses over the years.
Amazing. When we look at the amount of courses that are there, and especially after COVID-19, technology has become a platform for learning, and GAA also has integrated e-learning courses into their curriculum. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, GAA have early identified the market needs for a digital platform with a learning management system, and we wanted that platform to stand out. So our subject matter experts worked for hundreds of hours with the developers, going through explicit details and presenting them into training modules. Our platform includes many programs, interactive programs, case studies, demonstrations, customized materials abiding by regulation. Its features are that it is customizable, flexible, it is rich in media, and it is easy to monitor. We have noticed acceptance from our clients for this platform, and on average we issue about 150 certificates on a monthly basis.
That's amazing. That's a big number. So you have that big amount of people actually searching to have that online contact and e-learning experience.
Yes, and our customers are not only from Bahrain, but from the region and across the globe.
That's great. What can you tell us about the AR, the VR, and the XR, as well as why are they important and how do they benefit the GAA?
These are digital technologies that are modernizing the field of education and training, and in GAA we utilize these technologies. For example, VR replaces the real-world environment with a digital environment where the learners can interact with and explore and learn from a digital environment, computer-driven environment, often in 3D. AR enhances the real-world environment, doesn't replace it, but enhances it with digital technologies such as text and images. We also utilize immersive simulation in our training for ATC. We have a state-of-the-art air traffic control simulator, and we have 4 level D full flight simulators, which meet the highest international standards, and it provides a realistic environment for pilot training. It includes motion platform, full motion platform, visual systems. It includes replication of the flight characteristics, responses to failures, responses to various flight conditions. Also replication of the cockpit instruments, systems and switches. So it does provide a high quality training, and it provides the pilot with maneuvers that and training that cannot be conducted on board an aircraft. Like demonstrating failures cannot be conducted on board the aircraft, but it is conducted in our immersive simulators, and it is conducted to a high level of proficiency.
Captain Qasim, when we come and look at these new technologies, I mean, simulations have always been a part of pilot training, the old until this day now. Do you feel that it has enhanced how much the pilots know, or their knowledge, or let's say changed the way that they approach flying?
Yes, of course it did. Now the simulators are much more advanced. You can monitor the session, you can generate data from the session, and you can our training program is evidence-based, based on what we observe and what we see, and the reports generated, we can develop and customize the program to airline needs, to individual pilot needs. So it has developed, and the technology is developing in this area. It is more accurate now, more interactive. So the technologies are advancing in simulation, and we can see this reflected on the standards of the pilots. We also customize the training to the individual airline needs, because airlines, they do have their own data, and they analyze their data, and we can customize it into our training programs in the simulator.
That's great. I mean, having a state-of-the-art simulator also helps with approaching different aircrafts that are within the different airlines. Is that also the case with the
Yes,
GAA?
the full flight simulator is designed for a specific aircraft. The simulators we have are designed for Airbus 320 and 320 Neo family. We have 4 level D full flight simulators. By the way, we are expanding in this area. We are acquiring more simulators of different types, and this is a plan that we are working on.
Yeah. I mean, you've mentioned it before, but this point actually sort of hits the nail on the head. The relationship and the cooperation with international entities like Boeing, like different companies, is very important in the field of aviation and also in education when it comes to the aviation. How important are these relationships, and which ones are you very proud and value?
These collaborations are very important for us to achieve our vision of becoming the leading training organization. For instance, our collaboration with Airbus have allowed us, we are an Airbus affiliated center, and this has allowed us to offer specific training on systems and procedures of Airbus aircraft for both pilots and engineers. Our collaboration with regulators across the world, the ICAO, International Civil Aviation Authority, European Aviation Safety Agency, have allowed us to offer courses that are internationally recognized and attract talents from all over the world. So these collaborations help us in 3 areas, in enhancing our training programs, expanding our reaches, and raising our standards to the highest international standards.
Absolutely. One of the many reasons why GAA is at the top when it comes to education in aviation regionally and also globally, has its name there, is the trainers. Gulf Aviation Academy trainers are all extremely talented individuals with a dedication to actually deliver true excellence within their field of expertise, whether it is for safety or because of their passion or because of the people that are coming to get that education. What can you tell us about them?
Yeah, GAA have attracted many international and Bahraini talents with wealth of experience. Many of them have more than 30 years of experience. They have very high degrees of education. These trainers share their knowledge and experience through training sessions within GAA and across the globe. They present the dedication and commitment of GAA to highest level of educations and excellence in the aviation training field. And we have noticed that there is a global acceptance of the standard of GAA, and this is all related to the trainers themselves who work on the training programs and who deliver the training programs as well. So we are proud of our trainers and our team. And they are definitely they have a big role in our success throughout the years. Absolutely.
When it comes to cooperation and being part of the greater good, to mind always comes the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030, specifically the national ones. How does Gulf Aviation Academy contribute to achieving the SDGs, the national SDGs?
Gulf Aviation Academy is fully aligned with the national SDGs in 3 aspects, through our training programs, partnerships, and initiatives. We act as a driving force for these SDGs in the aviation sector in Bahrain. For example, SDGs talk about economic growth and diversification. We support the aviation sector with a skilled workforce that contribute towards the economic growth and diversification. When we talk about quality education and vocational learning, GAA provides inclusive, equitable, and quality education and vocational training to the aviation sector, both in Bahrain and across the globe. So we do contribute on this goal as well. Also, our training programs include sustainability and emission reduction. We have courses like ecosystems for airport operations, fuel efficiency and management for airlines and for airport operators. We have emission reduction programs. So these are all contribute towards the SDGs, and we can say that we are fully aligned and we are a driving force for these SDGs in the aviation sector.
Definitely, that this is something that is ongoing, of course, and ever improving. As you've mentioned, the Gulf Aviation Academy is a key contributor to Bahrain's economic growth in various forms. You mentioned one being the manpower that is provided, because the graduates at the end of the day are top standard and global when you set the bar on global levels. What can you tell us of other ways that it enhances the economy?
Gulf Aviation Academy have attracted many clients, regional and international clients, who contribute to the economic growth of Bahrain. Yes. They contribute through booking hotel rooms, buying air tickets, visa arrangements, and other activities. For example, our clients booked about 15,000 rooms on a yearly basis. We have also attracted many regional and international investors in joint ventures and in acquiring full flight simulators. So we did contribute to the economic growth and diversification from these aspects.
Definitely. In performing its duties, the Gulf Aviation Academy actually deals and cooperates with a lot of, as we've mentioned already, international institutions, but also local ones, and that's really important to point out. You've mentioned the civil aviation, but can you tell us more about why these collaborations are so important, and what are the local collaborations that you're very proud of value?
We collaborated locally with Bahrain Civil Aviation, who are our regulators, of course, and they oversight our programs and they approve our programs. And I would like to thank them for their cooperation with us. We cooperate with Gulf Air, and we work together on many programs such as pilot, engineers. We provide end-to-end programs. We collaborated with the Bahrain Airport Company, training airport staff. We cooperated with many airlines that work in Gulf Air. We also cooperated with the Port and Maritime Authority, which allowed us to expand our courses to maritime training. So we have cooperated with many entities and organizations in Bahrain, and we are proud that we have been able to serve and meet their expectations.
Yes. And on an international level?
On international level, we collaborated with many entities. If we start with the regional entities, we collaborated with civil aviation authorities of many regional countries. We trained more than 90% of regional airlines in GAA. We collaborated with the International Civil Aviation Organization, and we are approved for our security training program, aviation security programs. We collaborated with the European Aviation Safety, and we are approved for our pilot training. Our simulator is approved by the EASA. Also, our engineering programs are accredited by European Aviation Safety. We are a regional training institute for the International Air Transport Associations, and we have collaboration with more than 26 regulators across the globe. We collaborated, as I mentioned, with Airbus, Boeing, manufacturers, airlines. So we have a good network and good collaboration and accreditation from different entities across the globe.
Captain, is it important to enhance these standards or keep them at least at a certain level in order to continue on with more collaborations and more cooperations?
Of course, we have to maintain highest standards, and not only maintain the standards, today's standards. We have to anticipate what are the standards and where the market is going and where the market needs are going to be. And we always say that we anticipate the future, we plan for it, and we deal with it as it comes. So of course we have to the aviation sector and aviation training sector as well are very dynamic. They are on continuous improvement, and you have to catch up with the improvements. You have to to anticipate and catch up with these improvements, and this is exactly what we are doing. It takes a lot of effort to maintain the standards, the high standards of different regulations in different countries, but we are committed to this through our culture of excellence and adaptability. We are committed to this, and we are able to meet the highest standards.
Definitely. Just to have a little bit of a look into the mechanism of how things work, when you have an enhancement for a program, or when you rethink a program, restructure it, or think for a new program, what are the committees within GAA that are in charge of basically adapting programs or introducing them?
Of course, we have the subject matter experts who work on the programs. We have the quality team, we have the digital team, of course, who participate. Also our clients, they participate in the development. We meet with them, we get their feedback and their future plans so that we can adapt with their needs. So the whole team work together on a synergetic approach to meet, not only meet, but exceed our clients' expectations and to read the market trends and act upon the needs of the market.
That's great. After years of dedicated efforts, the Gulf Aviation Academy has accomplished so many achievements. You mentioned some of them and gained several awards on regional and international levels. What can you tell us about those accomplishments in facts and figures, as well as why are they so important?
Of course, they are important because these accreditations and awards help us towards our vision of becoming the leading training organization of choice and excellence to our customers. We have gained many awards throughout our journey and accreditations. We have, as I mentioned, trained more than 90% of the airlines, regional airlines. We trained many of the airport staff, regional and across the globe. We have been awarded by the United Nations to train a client in Asia. We have been the first non-medical institute to be approved by American health associations to conduct first aid training. We have been the first approved training institute to conduct cabin crew training, first approved by UK Civil Aviation Authority. We have many achievements that we are proud of, and how to maintain these achievements is by, as I said, by anticipating the future. We are proud of what we have achieved. However, for us in our culture, status quo is not an option. We strive for continuous improvement and development all the time.
But it also, when it comes to these achievements and all of these awards and having all of these accomplishments, it also sets the standard when it comes globally. GAA has a certain standard and doesn't go below that.
Of course, and we meet the highest. When you get accreditation and approval from these international entities, they have, of course, qualification standards for this, and you have to meet these standards. And we are also always striving to exceed the international standards and to be ahead of these standards.
But because of these standards, also there is international recognition of the GAA. What can you tell us about why that is important?
It is important, as I said, to expand our reach. We are able to attract clients from all over the world, to enhance our standards, and this is important to achieve our vision of being the training organization of choice and excellence. So enhancing our standards, expanding our reach, allowing us to offer courses like, for instance, our collaboration with Airbus, as I have mentioned. It allowed us to offer specific courses on Airbus aircraft. So this is how it helps us in achieving our vision.
And also it's valuable because the GAA is recognized internationally, so any students or any of the clients that come to you and graduate from the GAA are accredited internationally at that point.
Yes, exactly. So any client, like for our engineering program, we are accredited by European Aviation Safety Agency. So the graduate, he can work in Europe, for example. We are accredited by International Civil Aviation Organization, so whoever is conducting aviation security training with GAA, he's internationally recognized. And that's why we have many international clients join GAA for their training.
That's very, very amazing to hear, and hopefully a very bright future. How do you see that future when it comes to aviation training at the regional and international levels?
We can see the future of aviation sector in the region and across the globe as promising. The aviation sector is the most growing sector across all industries. Of course, this comes with challenges and high competition, but we are confident in our team and in our core competences. We see the future of aviation training more towards virtual classes and digital technology, more towards simulation and more towards quality training. And we are striving to raise Bahrain flag high in this field.
Yes. Before we end today's show, Captain Qasim, what can you tell us about the GAA or the Gulf Aviation Academy's future plans and upcoming projects to maintain the success that they have in work?
We are focusing on digital technologies. We are upgrading our classrooms to the state-of-art digital virtual classrooms with the latest learning technologies. We are acquiring more simulators for more aircraft types. We are working on enhancing our standards. We are working on implementing. We have recently signed an MOU with the world leading university, aeronautical university in Bahrain. We are working on implementing this MOU and many other initiatives and projects. And stay tuned for our announcements next month in Bahrain Air Show.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Captain, for being with us and telling us about the GAA and its programs.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we would like to thank you, dear viewers, for watching us, and we will see you next week in another episode of Panoramic Edition.